Hi everybody, how are we doing? Are we good? Are we good? Are we okay? Thank you for all your wonderful messages last week, especially on Instagram when I put up that I couldn't do a video. I was pretty ill. Sometimes these things happen. Sometimes I film 3 or 4 in a session, as you know, because I tell you all it's the same makeup. And sometimes there's something happening, so I wait until maybe the day before to film, and last weekend was one of those days. I was due to have my 3rd eyebrow appointment. Unfortunately, on the Friday night I came home from work not feeling too well, and it wasn't COVID, it was a migraine. It turned into a migraine overnight, and yeah, I just was not in the mood to film. I felt quite nauseous every time I moved. Sorry, the cat's interrupted me. Felt quite nauseous every time I moved, and spent most of the day in bed sleeping. Any of you that suffer with migraines will know they're not helpful when you have things to do. So I apologise for last week for not having a video out for you. But I am back. I am back with, I won't say with vengeance, but with a very exciting video. So I'm going to get into it, and I'm going to stop waffling. If my cat will stop lying all over the items I need to get to, because she's been very clingy recently. I would pick her up, but I'm filming this literally by the time you're seeing this yesterday. So number one, please excuse my lighting. I'm having to use the bedroom as usual. I have no natural light because it is 8 o'clock at night, and I don't have the Griffin here. He's gone out for the evening. I don't have him here to do my light rig for me, and I can't do my light rig because of reason number 2. Please forgive me for being so close to you. You know, close. However, I want to be very careful how much I'm showing, because if you saw Instagram today, will you leave my stuff alone? It's not a toy. Get over there. No, get off. Leave my stuff alone. Play with my keys, that's fine. Sorry. Yeah, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that earlier today I had my sternum tattooed, so I'm having to wear one of these horrible, stupid, does nothing for me crop tops, and it's got no support, so I don't really want to show much below here because I don't feel comfortable. So if I am a little bit close, I'm sorry. If I'm shouting, I'm sorry. I'm trying not to. So yeah, I've got an exciting video, and I'm going to get into it now. Excuse me fiddling with my hair, my fringe is growing, it keeps getting in the way. Yes, I mentioned, oh god, I can't even remember, probably in the last time that I came and spoke to you guys, that I had a product to review, and I was a bit cagey about what it was. However, I have now spoken to the company, and they have asked me to do a genuinely honest review of said product, which I'm going to do. I will say nothing in this video that I tell you I have left out in anything that I've already told them. So it's not all good, it's not all bad, you know. It's a prototype product that was very kindly gifted to me. So I'm going to get into it. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the company. So, first off, I'm going to have a drink, which I've left the bloody lid off again. Does anyone else have these cold brew mugs and forget to screw the lid on when you fill them up? I do, mainly because I'm an idiot. Right, so, what am I talking about? I am talking about the amazing company called Thundathighs. Now, if you have been watching my channel for a while, you know you girls plus size, we're quite large on the legs, and if you are like me, finding socks, if you've got thick thighs in any description that come up past your knees or even up to your knees is a problem. And if you are chunky in the thighs, chunky in the calves, if you're like me or have damaged legs or have anything like lipedema, Is that the illness where you can, you know, you swell and whatever, or you have water retention and just any injury that causes your legs to swell, like I have, then socks can be a problem. Now, I'm going to let you into a little secret before I jump into this review. If you have very large ankles, and if you suffer with swelling ankles, I actually bought, and I don't have it, but I bought diabetic or diabetes socks from Amazon. I think they were £21. Anyone who wants a link, please let me know, I can send it to you. And they were described as male socks, but I think the socks are unisex, let's be honest. But they are pretty thin, but they have immense stretch. Now, my problem normally is that the socks, even when they are plus size socks from places like Yours Clothing, still have a restricted band. And that band, as your legs swell, doesn't swell enough. So you end up with like that ridged look when you take your socks off. You end up with circulation issues. Look for diabetic socks because they have plenty of give, and as your legs stretch, they go with you. I have been wearing them now for about 6 to 8 weeks. Excuse me. And I'm getting no ridges at all. I'm still getting swollen feet, but I'm not getting the ridges. Again, anyone who's pregnant, who is suffering with swollen feet, I suggest you invest, especially as we're going into autumn and you want to start wearing boots. Diabetic socks, they are brilliant, just because of the way they are designed. I can leave a link if anyone is interested, please let me know. They do sell globally on Amazon. So going back to these socks, so these were the socks I reviewed. I purchased these myself, and if you remember, I also purchased the leg garters. Now these are the Thundathighs socks. They have a foot like everybody else's socks. They have a heel and a toe, and it's very fine knit, it's very comfortable, but it's got stretch. They then have a ankle piece which is ribbed but not quite so chunky, and then we get into the socks themselves, which, I mean, they just stretch. I have very large thighs. I have thighs, I'm not going to say how big, don't be rude and ask. Don't be rude. No, I'm not going to tell you how big they are because, you know, it's personal. But Thundathighs say that these do stretch to 36, 37 inches in circumference, and I can guarantee you that they do. I have been wearing them. I love them. You may have seen that they've shared some pictures of me wearing them. And my biggest problem was keeping them up. Now, the reason for that is I have legs shaped like this. And things roll down. People who don't have legs shaped like me were having issues with them rolling down, so they brought out, and I did purchase at the same time, the leg garters, which was a thick elastic band that went round, clicked together, and you kind of fold the socks over at the top, put them to the right size, slightly tighter than your leg, roll the socks over at the top, and then meant to hold the socks up. I do have those. Unfortunately for me, if you watch my previous review, which I will link, they just don't work for me. Again, it's that whole slippage thing. So if I'm going out and about and I'm doing a lot of walking, I wear my wonderful socks when I want to, but I do roll them down a couple of times and place them just under my knee, and they're fine, they stay up. Again, if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen me wearing them out with a long cardigan, with shorts, with fishnets, and I love them, absolutely love them. So what is this secret product, I hear you call? So, secret product is, and I knew this was kind of coming out, so I have known, and I've been chatting to Thundathighs for, well, since I bought them and since I did my review, and thank you to everyone who's watched that review. It is actually one of my most watched videos, so round of applause, thank you very much. Yeah, it's, I know some of you guys have gone and purchased from them because they told me so, and you said, you know, yeah, if you say stayed where you come from, yeah, it's great. The fact that the video's out there and people are using it to go and purchase this product is amazing. So Thundathighs is run by 2 beautiful women of colour, very gorgeous women of colour, And I got it wrong in my last video. They're not from the United States, they're from Canada. How did I get that wrong? Two totally separate countries. Canada, America, countries. It's been a while, can you not tell? So yeah, I do apologise, they're from Canada. So when you go to the website, it tells you this. So wonderful ladies, so helpful, so friendly. And I've been kind of chatting to them over Instagram, you know, not stalking them per se, but, you know, chatting to them, and letting them know how the video's going on. And it's been a brilliant response to the video. So thank you very much. But also thank you for checking out Thundathighs, because they are an amazing company. And the fact that they are doing something that so many other companies don't even think to do. You know, they'll make tops in plus size and skirts and harnesses and belts, and then they go socks. Oh, we'll just make them for people with drainpipe legs. And not everybody has long skinny legs that can fit them. And I know friends of mine that aren't particularly big, and they'll go to brands who like Primark or even Killstar or anywhere else that does, and they'll put these socks on. They're like, what's this meant to fit a 12-year-old? So the fact that Thundathighs have come along and they have managed to fill this gap in the market, and so many people are in love with their product, is amazing. They do every colour under the rainbow that you could think of in the socks. They do striped ones, which I'm actually after the black and white striped ones when they go back in stock. Hint, hint, Thundathighs. But they've also brought them out in neon, and I thought it was great that when they did that, they went out to their fans and said, you know, if you had to choose 3 of these colours, which would you pick? And they put about 5 or 6 colours. And I think they actually released 4 of them, which was great. And they're all neon colours. Not my personal taste. But, you know, I might be tempted to head down this colour line and maybe get a blue pair to match my hair. What do we think? Maybe? Maybe not. Definitely want another black pair. Definitely want the black with the white stripe. And might be tempted with a dark grey. It's on the cards. But let me stop waffling about what I want and tell you about what I have. So I was contacted by Thundathighs quite a while ago. And kind of when I did the video, I sent them a link, and I do this for all companies that I review. You know, I'll tell them I'm doing a review, it's open and honest, here's the link if you want to see it. And when they watched it, they said thank you. They came back and they said, by the way, we are doing this at a certain point. Would you know, like to test it for us? And I went, yes, I would, very much, thank you very much. And it went pretty quiet, and I know these things take time when you're running a business. Again, it's just 2 people doing this. So I think I checked in with them about 3 months later to ask if it was still something they were thinking of doing. Not because I wanted a product, because I wanted the product. You know, this wasn't a PR stunt. This wasn't me after anything free. This was literally, are you going to do this? Because the minute you bring it out, I'm buying it moment. So they very kindly got back to me and said, yes, we're still doing it. We will be in touch with you. However, at the moment, things are just really busy. And it was like, yeah, that's cool. That's fine. I just, you know, I'm really excited about this option coming out. So then I get an email, and it was an email that basically said, we are inviting you to a product test. Could you please, you know, get in touch and tell us why you think we should choose you. So I'm assuming that because of this, they've sent it out to, I don't know, it could be 100 people, it could be 5, it could be 10, it could be 25. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But all I can assume is that they have selected a number of product testers or people who represent their brand nicely that they've seen or have had good things to say or been in touch with them, who have a platform, and said, you know, would you like to test this? So to qualify for testing, it wasn't a shoe-in because, you know, I had spoken to them about it previously, but I went in with 0 expectation. And I had to fill in a form, and they said, why would you like the product? Have you bought from us? What do you own? So kind of gauging whether we were just out for freebies or whether we were actually purchasers, I suppose, and whether we were supporting the brand. And I heard back, I think it's about 10 days later, it wasn't that long at all, saying yes, I'd been selected, could I follow this link to their website? And I think, much as I say it was gifted, it was pretty much gifted. Like I said, they are based in Canada. I didn't pay shipping, I didn't pay for the product, the prototype. I think I paid 59 cents, whatever the equivalent is in UK sterling, so probably 40p. And I assume that's kind of like a processing amount, so they can they can't put things up for free on their website. So I think they sent us a link to the product. We paid a nominal amount. It was literally nothing. And I think my product turned up about 11 days after I bought it. Like I said, when I say buy it, I mean pence. So yeah, it was about 11 days. I know I was at work and I'd seen an Instagram post from Thundathighs saying, oh yeah, you know, people are starting to get them, please let us know what you think. And then I got an email saying, as you're starting to get your product, could you please fill in this questionnaire for us and please give us your honest review about the product. And it literally landed the next day. So I think all in all, the whole process from them saying we'll be in touch very soon and me getting the initial email to having the product to try out was less than 4 weeks, I think, which is pretty good for a 2-person operation in a different country. So I was really impressed. So thank you, ladies. You know, even you know, I've given you my thoughts already about the product, but even just your service around that was absolutely bang on. And this is why I love them so much. They are so helpful. And I'm waffling. I know, I'm waffling. So the product they have come up with, and again, this is your first draft as such. This is the prototype. So this may not be the final product. It may be. I couldn't possibly tell you. I do know what the final product is, or at least aspects of the final product. But I am 100% sworn to secrecy, and as they are a business that I want to help out in my reviews for them, I'm not going to tell anybody else ahead of time what it is. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Yeah. So what am I talking about? So they sent me a prototype product that came in a beautiful little Thundathighs bag. I think it was a nice green envelope, and it came in the Thundathighs recyclable plastic bag. I do have it somewhere, but I think I've got earrings in it at the moment. So yeah. But they have designed a waist garter. So basically a thigh-high sock suspender belt. And I was so happy when they said they were doing this. So if you have issues with, you know, the leg garters and things falling down, they were going to do this. So I'm going to talk you through the product. It is a fully elastic waist belt that has 4 fully elastic and snap clip adjustable to whatever length you would like. And again, even at its shortest length, there's still give, which is awesome. I love the fact that it's quite thick as well. I have, in my day, worn the traditional suspender belt with the little thin. No, it's quite sturdy. So it's literally just been attached to the belt. It's quite sewn on, you know, there's nothing prim or pretty about it. There doesn't need to be. It's a prototype. I'm not worried about that. But it has really thick, stretchy straps. And at the bottom, it has these clips. Now, anyone who's worn a suspender belt will know what these clips are. You literally pull them out. You put your one side in your sock, or your tights, as you normally, stockings, sorry. one thing over, and then you push into the clip. And there's 4 of those. To get this on and off, it is not one piece of elastic. However, it is a one size fits all. So you have quite fully done up. You have quite a small, I mean, what? I haven't measured it. I should have. But I'd probably say that would comfortably fit my friend Sean, who's a size 10, 12. So, you know, it's quite small in itself. However, it does stretch, and I would say it comfortably stretches to a UK 16 easily, just even being fully done up. But what they've done, the wonderful ladies, is they have this very long, and when I mean very long, I mean going by my 8-inch handspan, which I know is an 8-inch because I can do an octave on a piano. These are about 7 inches in length here. So you basically have, including some wrappage to attach it, so say an inch, lose an inch, so an additional 13 inches of space, okay, because that's not going to stretch because of the Velcro. And I'm not going to pull it too quick, but again, this comfortably goes round me. I have quite a large waist. I do wear it on my, so I have a weird shape. I have, if I stand sideways, I have an upper belly, and then I go in, and then I have a lower belly. I wear it to the middle by my belly button, and this is more than enough, and I don't have it on its full extension. So I am about a UK 24 at the moment. I've put on a bit of weight, maybe a 26 on my bottom half. And I'm still probably over halfway with my lap. Or my overlap, I should say, when it's done up. So they do really, really, really stretch, which is amazing. And again, all 4 straps are adjustable, and all 4 straps have this clip. Like so. So, what do I think of the product? I have worn this product now, oh, how many times? Literally the next day. It wasn't the next day actually. Why couldn't I wear it the next day? I wanted to. Oh, because it was blooming hot in the UK, that's why. I've probably worn this product about 4 times now. And yes, I gave my review after this, probably the 2nd time I wore it, 2nd to 3rd time, I can't remember. But my opinion hasn't changed. So I'm going to talk you through the item. So this waistband is so stretchy. You know, it's just amazing. The difference between, you know, a 5-inch gap in the straps there and a 12 foot. So you got a good 7 inches of stretch between the straps. That is a lot of give in an elastic belt, and I love the fact that they have kept it to just a simple elastic. If you are aware of suspender belts, you will know that they're all fancy. You get all like this additional cupping and the additional embroidery and bits of fabric, and you just don't get that give. What you get is a belt that's meant to fit you. This is so much a one size fits all because of how they've designed it, which is fab. Absolutely love that. One product, one size, less hassle, less production costs for them, and it will genuinely fit everybody. Perfect. Love it. 10 out of 10. The straps, again, absolute stretch. So their smallest point, they have these little snap clips, so you literally snap it upwards, you get the little lip, you draw it up and you snap it shut. Okay, so even on its shortest, so you're looking at about, what's that, 4.5 inches, you can stretch it another length again. So you're pretty much doubling up on the stretch that you've got, even on its shortest adjustment. Now, as we all know, if when you're larger, you need that extra space if you sit down, and it's why suspenders have elastic straps. If you sit, if you move, you're going to need that give around the hips, around the bum, and at the front, you know, if you're bending backwards, twisting, driving, whatever, you're going to need that give. The give is amazing. The fact that these straps go from about 4 inches in length to, oh, let me just measure, 9 inches in length from the top of the band, or where it attaches to the band, to where the clip is, so maybe 8.5 inches. And again, look at that stretch. I mean, it doesn't even fit on camera, so you're looking at the double the stretch again. Absolutely brilliant. That is going to give so many people the option to wear a perfect fit for them. You know, if you're bigger on the hips, then, you know, you can adjust it to fit. If you're bigger on the bum, you can adjust it to fit. You have 4 straps, and I've worn it so far that you have 2 to the front and 2 to the side. Now, if you are smaller, obviously you're going to have, I got it inside out, haven't I? There we go. Let's get it the right way round. If I thing to the front. So if I wear it with the strap to the front, I have 2 to the front and I have 2 to the back. But because I've had to stretch it out, I kind of end up with 2 at the side of my legs and 2 at the front. Not a problem. The fact that I get a bit of dip at the back with my socks is not an issue for me. Do I think it needs 6 straps? No, I think that's a bit of overkill. Maybe if the straps were a bit closer, or, you know, to the back a bit more, I don't know, but everybody is different. So, you know, if I loaned this to my bestie and she wore it as it was, it would be fine, because it had more stretch at the back, because obviously the front doesn't stretch where it's where it's closed. They're going to move more to the side. I didn't really have a problem with that. The fact that they were actually, oh, just caught my nail on my new tattoo. Ouchie! Ouchie! Don't do that again. Stop it. Yeah, so the fact that they are more to the side actually was better for me, because it made it easier to do up. Now, I'm only assuming that this goes at the front. I had no instruction to say. I think if it was at the back, I don't think it would have been as easy to wear. I don't know, maybe it's a way round I can try it, and then I get the back, hold them up at the back and hold them up at the sides maybe. Who knows? We'll see. But I will insert a couple of pictures here of me wearing them. I did get some trolls on Instagram. Thank you for your comment. And if you are watching, just say, if you're going to play with fire, get adult supervision. Yeah, so, you know, I put them on, and I wore them out. And I wore them out with a very short pair. Now, if anyone who knows me knows that under my skirts I always wear shorts anyway. I actually wore them with quite a short pair of shorts that just about cover my bum cheeks by about that much. And it's what I wear under all my short skirts, because I'm not showing my bum to anybody. And I had my thigh-high socks, so you could probably see about that much of my leg if I stood still, front, side, back. I decided to pair it on this random day with what I thought was a dress. Turned out to be a top that literally came to the same length as the bottom of my shorts, and then decided to go down to the local supermarket. Now, at the time, the Griffin was at band practice, and I thought, I can't go out looking like this without him. So he came with me after band practice. And you know what? I felt sexy as hell. So sexy in long socks, suspender belt, thigh-high socks, shorts, and a top that barely covered my arse. And I could not have cared less. Could not have cared less. I didn't get one negative comment. I had a couple of looks. I had a couple of smiles. I could actually have the backs of my legs are tattooed and you could see the tattoos. And I didn't care. I didn't care that the dress was a little bit tight for my body, and the belly that I've put on through COVID, Auntie Felicity's visit, was protruding out with its roll. I did not care, because this made me feel sexy when paired with these. Oh my God, didn't they? So this was the outfit that I wore to Tesco's. Sorry for the bad quality. Yeah, this was what I wore. This was the arse covering just about dress with shorts and tights and socks, sorry. And to be honest, apart from that bit of leg skin and my arms, I am pretty much head to toe covered. So why not? Let's show a bit of skin, and if it's not a bit of skin somebody likes, they don't have to look. And thank Old School Ghoul for that one. So do I love the product? Yes. Do I have reservations about the product? Yes. I have 2 major reservations about the product. So my first one is actually the Velcro. Now, if you are anybody who works with Velcro or have been with Velcro, you know that this, do you even call it Velcro in the States? What do they call it? Hook and something. I don't know. But it has like this really hard, scratchy, little plasticky hooks on one side. And the other side is kind of soft, loopy fabric. I don't even know how it's made, but it's really cool. And it literally sticks most things together. I have sticky back Velcro holding a blackout screen up at the moment. You know, it's good stuff. However, it's not the most comfortable. So one of the questions we were asked was on the comfort. The belt itself is comfortable, but because of my belly and because I have that double bubble, I look a bit like a bee. Actually, I look worse than a bee, because you got boobs, then belly. So where I wear this to make it work, and I excuse me, I couldn't wear it any higher, so I couldn't make it any more, I couldn't wear it anywhere else on my body, to be honest. This is quite solid and it's quite hard, and if you are like me and you have overlap on it, it's a bit irritating. Not to the point where I couldn't wear it. And I think if I was stood up all day and I was going out shopping, you know, I don't think it would be a problem. If I was maybe driving all day or driving a long journey, it could become a little bit sore, maybe, just because the edges are hard. They're not rough at all. They have been stitched. I mean, they are perfectly stitched. It's so well put together. But it's just because if you squeeze on this, it's nothing. It just balls up. This is solid. So that's a little, it's irritating. After a while, it's irritating. It gets a bit sore. It didn't stop me wearing it. I think I've worn this belt for about 4 or 5 hours, and it wasn't enough for me to go, do you know what, I need to take that off. But it was one of those, a bit like taking your bra off moment when you get home from work, that kind of, oh thank God. But like I said, it's not going to stop me wearing it, it's not going to stop me using it. I just wish it was a little softer, just on the edges. My other major problem with it is, and again, I've told the company this, so I'm not hiding anything. They're not going to get blindsided by my comments. I actually did have an issue with the clip. Now, this clip is really good. However, my problem with it was, if you were wearing stockings which are very, very thin, you have the space to get the stocking in here and hold it, and it will hold it very tight. The fact that they're socks, and they're quite thick. I'll see if I can demonstrate. So you have to put the clip with the black plastic bit on the back and the silver bit to the front. So pretend this is my leg in the sock. So to do it up, you would find the little pip, you would push it through the big hole and slide it down into the little one. If you weren't moving, it's fine. But I had problems. I think I put them on at lunchtime the first day, and I was sat at my desk at home, and one of them, every time I moved, this just popped out. It just kept popping out because the gap between the back of this and the stud is so tiny that it just didn't feel like it had enough gap to deal with the width of the sock. And I'm trying to show you like that width. It's quite a thick sock. Eventually I managed to get them to stay in place. The other issue I had was that I felt like this was almost as if it was too long, so it was fighting to stay in the place. I don't know why, it was just on one of the clips, it felt a bit weird. So I had issues with the two front clips. I adjusted them, I adjusted the length of the strap, I sat still, and I would look down and one of them would still pop off. Now, funnily enough, I managed to fix the two front ones whilst I was waiting for the Griffin to unload our van with his bandy gear, and then I started getting problems with the one at the side. So the only way really I could get it to stay in properly was to pretty much open the fabric of the sock and try to get it in a thinner part of the rib, between the ribs, so as it had a little less. And I think at one point one of the plastic bits actually went like that and went through the hole of the sock, which I was a little concerned about, that it would put a hole in the sock, but I've checked them and it didn't. So yeah, I did have a bit of an issue with the clip. Now, luckily enough, when they did the questionnaire, the clips was one of the questions, so I was able to say, look, I love the clip, I love the idea, I love the whole product, but these clips, they just ping off every 2 minutes. Now, you can already see that this one, I don't have anything in it, and it's already, these were all done up tight, like this one, and this one has started to push itself down. So if you think if that's got something thicker, it's just not going to stay. If it's got something thick around it, it's not going to stay in place. So yeah, I mean, the clips aren't great, but it is a prototype product, so it's not going to be perfect straight out of the bag. The concept of this is brilliant, and I know a lot of you sit there and go, it's just a suspender belt. When have you seen a suspender belt that fits everybody? Literally everybody. I haven't. I can't go in a shop and go into Ann Summers or Primark and buy a suspender belt and go, well, that'll fit me, because of the way they're designed. The fact that this is it's basically a waist garter rather than a suspender belt. But the fact that it's one product fits all is amazing. Now, I'm really chuffed with this. I do get to keep this, which is great. I am aware that they have already taken on board some of the suggestions, not just from myself, but from other people, and they are working on a finalised product. I am aware of what that finalised product will give you. I am aware of what the finalised product will be, and all I can say is I'm really sorry I can't show you. I'm letting no trade secrets out to anybody, but I will be purchasing one. That's all I can tell you. I'm gonna purchase one when I get my other socks, because I think the final product is going to be bang on. It's great. So if you are thinking of buying from Thundathighs, if you have been worried about rolling, or if you've already purchased from Thundathighs and you've experienced issues with it rolling, then, you know, don't be disheartened. There is a product coming out. I don't have a release date for the product, so please don't ask. It's not my business. I'm not privy to their inner workings. All I know is that it is coming out. I'm hopeful it will be out in the next couple of months, but I don't know. I'm sure there will be a massive launch when it does come out. But yeah, I'm really excited for them. You know, again, a small company, 2 beautiful women of colour running something for plus size girls out there everywhere. And guys, you know, let's not forget the guys. If you want thigh high socks, boys, these will work for you as well. They're great. Like I said, an issue with the clips, I may just have one that's faulty, that's being a pain. It's almost as if the it's almost as if the pip is too big and it doesn't want to stay down. It's forcing itself out. I don't know. Yeah, but I will persevere. I will persevere, and I'm still going to wear it, and I'm still going to use them. I just have to make sure that I keep an eye or push the pip through the socks, which, you know, they stretch enough. They're not going to rip. So yeah, that is the waist garter prototype. Final product due out from Thundathighs at an currently undisclosed time. I will keep an eye on their website for you and their page, and as soon as it launches I will let you know if you're interested. And by all means, if you are interested, drop me a message, drop me a comment below. I will try and remember your username, and if I see it out before you do, I will let you know. So thank you to the wonderful ladies at Thundathighs. Thank you for letting me have a product. I absolutely love it. Couple of tweaks and it is going to be perfect, absolutely perfect, and I wish you every success with it, because you've really thought about mobility and movement and all the struggles that the current style of suspender waist garter products out on the market give you. I probably could have gone out and bought a suspender belt and put it on the socks and worn it myself, but they're not comfortable. They just don't fit correctly for my body shape. So to have something that is going to fit perfectly, that is not going to have to worry about excess fabric or a shape, or you're having to have perfect hips for it to go over, is going to be amazing. So thank you again for choosing me to have one. I hope this was okay. I've not said anything here that you're not already aware of. And again, yeah, just thank you for choosing me. I will be supporting you again. I will be buying some more socks in the future. Just need to save a few pennies first. Stop getting tattooed, woman. I know. And yeah, so thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you to you guys for watching. I am going to shut up now and record another video because I've got some time on my hands. And then I'm going to go and watch a film with the cats and wait for the Griffin to come home. So as always, I love you all. Thank you for supporting this channel. If you like this video, give it a like, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. It will still get noticed somewhere along the line. All the time that you watch is watch hours that help this little channel grow and get out to other people. I know there's channels out there that are... No, do you know what? I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to talk about it in this video. This is for Thundathighs. I will talk about it in a video in a couple of weeks when I give you an update on my year on YouTube. So until then, mwah, I love you all, and as always, just do you.